Hi, it's Reasonable Reviewer, and I wanted to do a review today of Unlocking Insanity by Petersen Games. That's of the famed Sandy Petersen of Call of Cthulhu and RuneQuest fame. It's a game for 2 to 5 players, ages 10 plus, they're saying. That's probably about right because you got to know a little bit about math. And they say it takes about a half an hour. That's probably true. The way the game works is everybody's going to have one of these, and they gave you a big stack of these very, very, very pretty brain maps. And the way it works is at the beginning of the first person's turn, you got all these negative dice. See the gray, the kind of gray ones. This one is like a -8, and this -4, -6, -4, etc. Those go in this black bag, and the first person is going to choose to roll any 2 dice, and they pick whatever they want based on where they think they can put their points. So, in this case, maybe so that this is yellow, kind of purple, purple color, blue, green. Reddish, right? So let's say you pick the blue and the yellow one. You'd roll those. So it comes up with a 6 and a 6. You get to pick one of those that you want to put down. And then out of the bag, you pick a random one of these dice. You roll it. This is green in this particular case. And I got a -6. Now, what do you do with it? You pick one of these numbers in the positive side to put in the positive area, and the negative one you put in the negative area. And then you also have to, you not only put it in a negative space, you have to put it in at least one of the connecting ones. So if you put it here, you could put it there, or you could put it there, or you could put it there, or there. So every one of these negative results gets used twice. The other thing that happens is everybody else who's playing also picks one of the 2 results that you rolled, and they put it on their board as they do with the negative one. So pretty much every time somebody takes a turn, everybody's using those die rolls. Now, if ever the total negative numbers here are greater than the positive numbers up top, and you start with an 8 here, you start with a 10 here, 12, 8, and an 8, then you become insane, and you're going to grab one of these cards. So there's, first to insanity, there's one for each one of the areas that does something immediately to you, to your friends in the game. And then later, if you become insane, and those are used and then discarded. And then later you're going to draw another one. You shuffle them, and then you draw the first one of that color. And they have different effects. Like on this one, blue and sandy, when you're the active player, re-roll any 10s on your positive dice and any -2s on your negative dice. So in other words, your results are going to be worse, right? When does the game end? The game ends when any person has filled up either all of their positive spaces or all their negative spaces. More likely the negative spaces are going to be filled in. And then you just add up the points. So you add up all your positives, and then you will add the negatives. In other words, you're subtracting those values off of. And they show them down here. You know, they got the plus and the minus results. And then whoever has the highest score wins. One more. Of course, it's a Sandy Petersen game, so there's one more wrinkle. If you add in your positives, if you add up exactly the number shown at the end, so 26, 24, 18 or 28, then you double that score. So if you actually got to 28 points on this one, you in actuality would have 56 points, and those take place immediately, often making you not insane anymore, because it'd be very, very difficult to get 56 negatives in the red area. So all that said, interesting game, not your typical kind of thing. I give it 4 stars. I love Sandy Petersen and his kind of unusual asymmetric games. In this particular case, it's completely symmetric. It all comes down to where you decide you're going to put your dice. I like the fact it makes it shorter because everybody's moving, as it were, all at once, filling in the spots on their sheet. We've played 4 or 5 times now altogether. I guess five times if you count the little practice one I did, and then 4 with my gaming group. There's no clear, obvious strategy for the game. I think, in other words, there's a variety of ways to work, and I didn't talk about all the nuances about when do you take the dice out or when you put them away, etc. So there's a little more to the rules, so it's a little complex. But overall, fun game. Probably, again, I love Sandy Petersen personally, and I like his games. This is probably something I'd use as an icebreaker for a Call of Cthulhu role-playing session or something. First time you get everybody together and they're all meeting, etc. This might be a fun game to bring out. This might also be a fun game to do in a middle school or high school math class, just to give them a chance to see how probability works, etc. So again, I think it's a good, solid game. No objectionable material. Kind of different and fun. So 4 stars. Little complex. That's all.